Welcome, ZASLOW Show 2.0. It is a Friday, the 27th of October. Good to have you aboard, part of the Believe Podcast Network, and presented by Anidjar and Levine. Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. Whatever kind of personal injury you're dealing with, if it was caused by an accident, wasn't your fault, you call Anidjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Hey, if you're dealing with a back injury, it could have been from at work, on the road, maybe in public. If you've suffered long-term back pain through no fault of your own, Anidjar and Levine will help you pursue compensation. The lawyers at the law offices of Anidjar and Levine are dedicated to providing the highest client support with no hidden fees or costs. Anidjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733. And with all of our sports in full swing right now, I mean, the World Series gets going tonight. The NBA started this week. Bet Online is your top spot for all your NBA action this season. MLB postseason, NFL, college football, NHL, all in full swing. Bet Online is your #1 source for wagering news, odds, trends, and predictions. Get everything NBA at your fingertips with both desktop and mobile access for every sport, anytime. Head to the Bet Online website today to get in on the action. Don't forget, use promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts. Got a great show planned today. I'm so happy to have you aboard. We got Heat basketball tonight. We're going to talk to my favorite Amber Wilson, Amber and Ian. She's back on the air. I think, there was no baseball last night. No, I happen to know. I was listening to her last night. But she hosted last night with former Miami Heat champion guard Norris Cole. How about that? He was filling in for Ian Fitzsimmons. So we'll get Amber Wilson on the show today. We'll talk some NBA with her. We'll talk Miami Dolphins with her. Dolphins and Patriots this weekend. So excited to have Amber Wilson on the show. Spiro Ditas is on the call for Dolphins Patriots this Sunday on CBS. Our pal Spiro Ditas, we always like having him on. He's a friend of the program. We'll get Spiro Ditas on the show today. We'll talk Dolphin football with him. It's Friday, so you know we got big game, not a big game, and we haven't done it in a few weeks, so we're going to do big movie or not a big movie. So there's some stuff going on. We got some things to get to. And like I said, I'm excited tonight. We got Heat basketball. Tonight's going to be a great night. #1, today, my 16th wedding anniversary. That's right. Look at this. Put them right here. Married for 16 years. 16 years today. So we're going out to dinner tonight. We're going to Calouse. That's a really nice restaurant. Do an anniversary dinner tonight. Early. We're old, you know. We go out early. We get home. Obviously, there's going to be magic to be had in the ZASLOW Mansion master bedroom. Everybody knows that. And you got the Heat and the Celtics tonight. We own that arena. That's right. TD Garden. The Heat own TD Garden. The Panthers own TD Garden. They're there on Monday. We own Boston. And it's time to get back to that tonight. So Heat Celtics tonight. Going to take that ass. First road game of the season. So we're looking forward to that. We're excited about that. And we got NFL to talk about. Last night, you had Thursday Night Football. It looked like the Buccaneers had a chance to do the Dolphins a huge solid. The Bills, they would hang on 24-18. Hail Mary at the end of the game from Baker Mayfield. Chris Godwin, it's like he wasn't paying attention. He turned around to it. The ball would have fell right in his lap on the Hail Mary. He wasn't even turning around. He wasn't even looking. So the Bills hang on. They improved to 5-3. And the Dolphins looking to remain a game up if they could win this weekend against the New England Patriots. Hot tip. Once again, second week in a row. I'm going to be doing it 3 weeks in a row, filling in for Shea Cornett. Second week in a row. This Sunday, 1 to 5 p.m. during the Dolphin game. 1 to 5 p.m. I'm hosting ESPN Radio NFL Game Day. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hosting it with Herm Edwards and Mike Tannenbaum. So I got a lot of football surrounding me Sunday afternoon, 1 to 5 p.m. ESPN Radio, NFL Game Day, 1 to 5 p.m. I hope you guys are listening. The best way for me to describe it is it's like Red Zone on the radio. We're bouncing from every game. We're updating you on all the action, all the scores. It's going to be a lot of fun. So again, this Sunday, 1 to 5 p.m., ESPN Radio Game Day. I'll be hosting alongside Herm Edwards and Mike Tannenbaum. So there you go. We have to start here, though. You had 2 games in the NBA last night. The Lakers won the late game, their home opener against the Phoenix Suns. No Devin Booker, no Bradley Beal. Which, by the way, I mean, the new NBA player participation. That's right, new rules. Well, already, the first night on Tuesday night, no Bradley Beal for the Suns. Last night, no Bradley Beal, no Devin Booker. The game before it, Sixers, Bucks, no James Harden. So the new NBA player participation rule off to a great start. What's the NBA going to do about it? They're going to do nothing. This is Adam Silver's NBA. The players don't play and they don't honor contracts. So the new NBA player participation rule, which is an embarrassment, that you have to have a rule about players playing, off to a great start. What's the NBA going to do about it? They're going to do nothing. There's nothing they're going to do about it. There's nothing they can do about it. So that obviously is an embarrassment for the league to get this season starting. Excuse me. But that game last night, Bucks Sixers, that was a fun game. The story, obviously, Damian Lillard making his debut. It was the same debut for both teams. Bucks were up like double figures for a lot of the game. Sixers came back. They were ahead most of the fourth quarter. Very controversial play with about 3 minutes left. It was 104-102 Philadelphia. The Sixers had just went on a big run. It was 104-102 Philadelphia. And Antetokounmpo misses a runner near the basket, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and then catches his own miss as it didn't touch anything. That's a travel. The Sixers were complaining. They kicked it out to Lillard. Lillard hits a 3. 105-104. Milwaukee, they would hang on. They win 118-117. You had Philadelphia hit a 3-pointer off the glass of the buzzer. It was inconsequential. That was the biggest play of the game. It went uncalled. That sucks. The Sixers got jobbed in that spot. I'm not going to feel bad for Philadelphia because fuck Philadelphia. But the Bucks, Damian Lillard, in his debut, 39 points. As advertised, he was on fire in the fourth quarter with the 3-pointers. And yeah, like the Heat fan, I get it. The Heat fan's going to wake up this morning, or you were watching the game last night, and you're watching Lillard's performance, and you're like, man, it should have been us. And yeah, it should have been us. But there was nothing we could do about it. Like, it was out of the Heat's control. I wasn't watching that game and bemoaning, oh man, the Heat, like, why did the Heat get Damian Lillard? They should have gotten Damian Lillard. They didn't have control of it, man. And I get it that you're upset about it. You're annoyed because you feel like it should have been the Heat. And it should have been the Heat. But, it's over. It's over with. We can't do anything about it. I'm not going to allow Damian Lillard playing somewhere else affect my enjoyment with my favorite little basketball team this year. I'm not going to put on Heat and Celtics tonight, and I'm thinking about Damian Lillard from last night. No, I mean, did it cross my mind while I'm watching the fourth quarter last night how amazing Damian Lillard was and how he would fit in with the Miami Heat? Of course, but I'm not letting it ruin the season for me. It's out of the Heat's control. It was out of the Heat's control, and it's over with. You're living in the past, man. You got to move on. So that's my general thought about the Lillard stuff. And in Milwaukee, I'm not going to let it ruin this season for me. He was amazing. He was really good, though. And he's a fun player to watch. He's easy to like. I'll tell you an issue with the Bucks, though. Chris Middleton, 16 minutes. Not even in crunch time. I feel like they may have a problem with Middleton. He is not even close to the guy he was. Now, Lillard, he's going to be the guy. Middleton was kind of their closer the last few years. That's obviously going to be Lillard now. And while Lillard and Antetokounmpo is certainly good enough to lead you to a championship, you would think, they do need something from Middleton. You do kind of need that third guy. But it's two things that I was thinking about regarding the Heat last night. Obviously the Lillard stuff, which I'm not going to let bother me. But the thing that actually should bother you that you saw last night in that game and has nothing to do with Damian Lillard plays for the 76ers. I'm not talking about Joel Embiid. I'm talking about Tyrese Maxey. Maxey was right there for the taking for the Heat. That year, going into the draft, we had John Calipari on the show, on ZASLOW and Amber. It may have been ZASLOW, Rams, and Amber at the time. And Calipari told us, without naming names, because Calipari loves the Heat, without naming names, Calipari told us, I got a guy right now who I'm hoping the Heat draft. He's going to be perfect for the Heat. Wasn't hard to figure out. We're talking about Tyrese Maxey. And when we get to that draft, guess what? You know, the Heat's pick was like 16, 17, whatever it was. Maxey was on the board. We were excited. Oh, shit, they're going to take Tyrese Maxey. They love the Kentucky guys. Bam, Tyler Hero. And they took Precious Achiuwa. Tyrese Maxey was right there. Now, they obviously ended up flipping a year later, Achiuwa and Dragic for Lowry. Would they have just shipped Maxey and whoever for Lowry? Maybe. Or maybe you see what you have developing in Tyrese Maxey, and you wouldn't have made the trade for Lowry. So that's twofold. Number one, you could have had Tyrese Maxey, and having Maxey would have meant you never would have acquired Kyle Lowry. That's a double dick punch when you think about it like that. Watching that game last night, I'm not sour about not having Lillard, and I'm certainly not thinking about Joel Embiid. I'm thinking of that guy, 31 points, Tyrese Maxey. That guy should have been ours. That guy should have been on the Heat. That was, like, you want to, and look, I'm not going to let it bother me, all right? But if something was going to bother you as a Heat fan about last night's game, I really think that is what should be bothering you. The Heat should have had Maxey. Forget should have had Lillard. Forget trying to get Embiid. They should have had Maxey. That's the part that should really stick with you. The Harden stuff, the Harden situation is so ridiculous. So, I already mentioned the player participation stuff. What's the NBA going to do about it? Who the hell knows? But Daryl Morey deserves a lot of blame himself for Phil. Like, I look at that Philadelphia team, played very well last night. They were right there at the end with the Bucks. Daryl Morey's being dumb because his job at this point, Harden is not going to work. He's never going to play for them. His job has to be to get the best deal possible. What he wants for James Harden is not possible. Nobody out there wants to give him what he wants for James Harden. So at this point, you could have nothing or you could have something. And if something is the best deal possible for James Harden, he needs to go out there and make the best deal possible. He needs to get the best deal out there. Instead, he's sitting around and it's hurting the team. Harden is hurting the team, and Harden hurting the team is now forcing Morey to also hurt the team. Wouldn't you rather just add a capable player? Maybe you also get a first-round pick. Whatever he's asking for, he's not going to get. Add a rotation player. Maybe you could also get a first-round pick. It's better than having nothing and still having this Harden situation hanging over your head. So Harden is obviously to blame, but Daryl Morey is not doing what's in the best interest for the team. What's in the best interest for the team is getting the most you... To make a good deal, it's not just about what you want or what you think that player is worth. The best deal that you can make is getting the best deal that's out there. What he wants is not possible. Get the best deal out there. But instead, you know, you're essentially playing a man down if you're Philadelphia. And it's stupid. We're going to get to Amber coming up in a few minutes here. First, though, you guys know I love telling you about Sheets and Giggles, one of my favorite sponsors. I sleep so well. I have the softest, coolest, most breathable sheets out there. And it's not just exclusive to the ZASLOW mansion. Go to sheetsgiggles.com. The annual fall sale is going on right now. You get 25% off across the website, all right? Sheetsgiggles.com. You could save all kinds of money on their eucalyptus bedding, including their highly cozy and breathable eucalyptus flannel. I got that comforter right over there. I sleep on a eucalyptus pillow. You know how comfortable a eucalyptus pillow is? Think about it. A koala sleeps on a eucalyptus tree up to 18 hours a day. I have a eucalyptus pillow. You know how comfortable that is? Sheetsgiggles.com, the only place you're going to shop for your bed sheets. You're going to become one of over 100,000 Americans that are sleeping on sheets and giggles and never turning back. One of our great sponsors. And here's the best part. Go to sheetsgiggles.com. Use promo code ZASLOW. You'll get 20% at checkout off your first order. If you have not been to sheetsgiggles.com yet, promo code ZASLOW, 20% off your first order. Sheetsgiggles.com. So yesterday, we get this report as far as the Dolphins go. We're going to talk Dolphins with Amber. And look, she's dying to talk NBA. We'll talk plenty of NBA with her too. So yesterday, we get the report from Adam Schefter. It's credible. It's one of my colleagues, ESPN. Adam Schefter reports yesterday. Sends out a tweet. Dolphins are planning for cornerback Jalen Ramsey to make his return Sunday from the knee injury that he suffered this summer, per sources. Ramsey now is expected to be back on the field 3 months after his knee surgery, with his Dolphins debut coming versus the Patriots. This is great news. This is very exciting. Jalen Ramsey is essentially a man of his word. He said he was going to be back sooner than the projections. He's been a full participant these last couple of days in practice. Why wouldn't the Dolphins expect that he's going to play? He's not practicing for nothing. He says he feels great. He looks great. Of course, people in the Dolphins are expecting him to play and be ready this weekend. So Jalen Ramsey, though. Jalen Ramsey then tweets out upon hearing this. So this is why I just got a crazy amount of texts. Well, this is news to me. Motherfuckers don't care about being right. They care about being first in today's media. That's sad. Then he continues on. I'm an Adam Schefter fan, by the way, so not mad at him at all for doing his job. I just didn't know. And then he goes on. Full transparency, there's a chance that I can play this Sunday. But that decision genuinely isn't made yet, so that is news to me, just like it is to y'all. I have to go through a whole process to feel great enough to play. I won't play if I feel anything less than great. And finally, I'm a glass half full type guy, though, so I'm claiming a great 2 days for my body in hopes to turn up come Sunday. I must have looked good in practice today. All right, this is a stupid thing for Jalen Ramsey to get all upset about. He's right. No decision's been made. And no one has said any decision has been made. Adam Schefter tweeted out that people in the Dolphins expect Jalen Ramsey to make his debut this Sunday. They're preparing for Jalen Ramsey to make his debut. What's there to get upset about? It feels like this is one of those instances where the player just wants to find anything they can to be annoyed with the media about. No one said he's going to play. No one said they're even activating him yet. But if the Dolphins have seen him practice and look good for the last 2 days, why wouldn't they be preparing for Jalen Ramsey to make his debut? What's Jalen Ramsey upset about? It doesn't make any sense.